Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Talk and Tunes. Today, I have with me Wesley Spangler. He's an old friend of mine, so I'm so happy to have him join us again. Welcome, Wesley. Glad to have you back with us.
Glad to be back with you, man. Glad to survive this storm we're going through too. So
I
hope
know
everybody.
it is the craziest thing. We were talking about that before we went live. The Nashville has been hit hard with it, but you're not in
Yeah.
Nashville. You're outside of there, but North Carolina as well. Different parts of my state has been hit with it. We got, I don't know, I didn't measure it, but at least a good solid inch of ice. It is just, it's been insane around here. And Tennessee has been hit with it as well. Kentucky, I mean, surrounding states, it's just been insane. So, I mean, I pray for everybody's safety out there. It's just
Oh,
crazy.
absolutely. Yeah, I've lived in Nashville, Gallatin, Lebanon, and Crossville, where I'm currently at. Crossville's the only person that didn't get really affected that hard with the storm. Everybody else got hit, like walloped, man. But we
Yeah.
luckily missed the bullet.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm just glad that we kept our power throughout all of this, and so many people did not and are just so many areas of devastation. I mean, it looks like tornadoes came through the way ice just toppled over so many trees and power lines, and just such devastation in so many areas. As I said, my thoughts and prayers are out with all of y'all that are affected by it. Hope everybody just gets their power and gets their lives back to normal as quickly as possible. One of my friends is visiting Nashville from the UK actually,
Oh,
and she
really?
had came over specifically to play some shows. And of course, her shows got canceled, and she said like nobody's downtown. I'm like, they weren't really expecting this kind of weather, so yeah,
No, and
it's
even during that it was coming, they still didn't put it out there. They didn't believe it was going to be as bad as it was, and for the
yeah,
most part, it wasn't. In some parts, as bad, but the ice is enough. I mean, the snow isn't
yeah.
anything we can't deal with to a point, but the ice, there's nothing you can do. You can't drive in it, you can't deal with it. But if you got trees, you're out of luck in that matter. You just cross your fingers, your electricity holds out.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, I mean nothing you can do there, but nothing we can do except turn to music. So that's what
Yeah.
we're gonna do. Well, Wesley, go ahead and tell everybody a little bit about yourself, who you are, and about your music, and then we're gonna just jump right into things.
All right. So Wesley Spangler, I'm a native from the state of Maryland. That's where I was born at and raised, and had a lot of family in Maryland, Virginia. Moved down to Nashville area, I don't know, 14 or so years ago, maybe somewhere around there. It's been a while. And lived, like I said, in a few different areas in Tennessee, and now in Crossville, the golf capital of Tennessee. Your fun fact of the day. Been performing in basically two different bands for a while. I have one that's based out of Nashville area that we go from Kentucky to, of course, Tennessee, and then Alabama, Georgia, about four or five different states in that area. And then, of course, there's a band out of Baltimore, Maryland, and we're performing, the Delmarva area, if you don't know what Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, and then we do Pennsylvania and a bunch of other places around there. And actually, this year, I'm bringing two of the members of the band down to Alabama for a few Dothan, Alabama shows at Cowboys in
Oh
Dothan,
wow,
Alabama. So yeah, I get to mix and match now. I think at one time brought
awesome!
one of the guys from Tennessee up to Maryland for a show. I think that was Ika, the drummer. He did a show with us in Maryland before. So when I can, bring people up and down, it's always cool. And they're
Yeah.
great people to be with and perform with all the time. So we have tons of fun. And it shows, hopefully.
Oh yeah. That I mean that does sound like fun. I mean, when you get the guys together or girls, when you get them together and you get a full band show going, that's definitely a lot more fun than nothing wrong with just acoustic versions. I love that as well, but a full nothing like a full band experience, and especially when you've been friends with them and playing with them for a long time.
Oh yeah, I love performing no matter what the scenario is. My
Yeah.
joke, my running gag throughout my show, and I'll say it a lot of shows, not every show, but a lot of them, that I love playing acoustic solo shows and stuff. but every time I see an acoustic solo act, half the time they're putting me to sleep. It's like a really phenomenal song, and that's so I don't want to put anybody to sleep. So when I do my acoustic solo shows, I always call them acoustic plus shows, because I'll bring a little drum machine pedal in there, a little vocal harmonizer, so it sounds like a band. So a lot of my acoustic solo shows and duo, you'll see a lot of people dancing at, that you don't normally see at acoustic solo shows or acoustic duo shows. They'll listen and tap the toes, but you'll see them up dancing like it's a band, because I can make it sound like a band. It's just, I love doing it. And I do a lot of songs just with myself singing in the guitar. So it's not out of the question. I don't, stay away from doing that, but I just love adding that to give that energy and give that feel of a band. And the bar owners and venue owners don't seem to have a problem with it either, because now they're getting, a full band show out of one guy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nothing wrong with that at all. Yeah. And you kind of have to play towards the audience. You have to read your crowd and
Oh yeah.
the venue where you're at, and like read the crowd and see what it is that what they want.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been in a lot of scenarios both ways on that, like everybody. We've played but shows where it's more acoustic shows than band shows, where you feel like you're just background noise. Like, oh my God. Because at a certain volume level, if a venue or a couple of guests want you at a certain volume level, once you bring it down low enough, you just blend into the background. There's nothing you can do, no matter what song you're playing. Everybody's just to be, doing their thing on their phone or food or drink or whatever. They're just basically not really going to pay two minds to you.
Right.
I'll try to shake them up every once in a while, because I do a lot of audience engagement in my shows, whether it's acoustic solo or full band, where I try to bring people into what I'm doing and have them be a part of it. You get the majority of them do it. Some of them, there's nothing you can do with them, and that's okay. It's your zone. I don't know what everybody's story is. They come in there in a bar with a bad attitude, I ain't gonna hate on them about it. Just do your thing and acknowledge sometimes that they are not in the best mood, or just acknowledge it by not acknowledging them. So just do your thing and just okay, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, I think it depends on the circumstance of what you were hired for. Yeah. Again, it goes back to venue and what you were hired for, and again, reading the room. And you can kind of tell, if you were hired just to be background noise, it doesn't really matter what you do. You may not get the crowd into it, and you're just going to be just background noise. And so it really doesn't matter what you play or what you do. You're just there to be music.
Yeah.
If it's the opposite of that, and they care what you're playing, and requests are coming in or whatever, then that's when that fan engagement, crowd engagement really matters.
Basically now 3 versions of the sets that I would do in different scenarios, and some I can go in there if it's like a chill set. I have a chill set. I have a dance set. I've danced at it, of course. I've worked for years now, and I think I have it pretty well down. I got a final set that we do in the band and the acoustic shows. That is what I call our sing-along set. That every single song in that set is a popular song, whether it's country or rock. I put a mix in there anymore.
Yeah.
That people know and that they can sing along to, and if they can't sing along, they can mumble to. Or dance to or whatever, but every single song you would have heard of, and it goes over so well. I've been working on this forever to try to get this perfect last set or perfect sing-along set, so people just instantly have a good time. It's hard to play that last set and not have somebody cheering for you or dancing with you or singing along with you. Doesn't hurt if you have some cases that you have a little bucket out there. Don't hurt the bucket either.
Oh yeah.
I know a lot of singers depend on that bucket. I know I do this for a living, and a lot of other people do too. And I wasn't putting out tip buckets for the longest time. My bass player convinced us to at one show, and we started doing that more and more shows, but never expect anybody to give any tips for anything we do. We just, like I always say, all we want from you is a smile. It's enough payment for us. So if you want to throw something in, some people feel better when they do. It's like it's more.
Some people want to.
Yeah. So hey, each his own, man. You want to put it in there, that's fine. You don't, that's okay too. I had a dude the other day. I let him make change out of it. He said, "I only have a 20. I want to give you 10, but I don't have change." I said, "Bring change out of the bucket, man."
Yeah.
It was okay.
First you change
Really,
yourself, yeah.
I told him to. You don't have to do anything. You just a a clap. And he was applauding after every song too. You got to love those dudes, man.
Oh,
And
yeah, for sure.
any man or woman or whatever that wants to applaud at the end of your songs. Most of the time, they'll do it. And nobody else really will, or they'll
Yeah.
inspire other people. They're going, oh, and then other people, oh, I got to clap too.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because then other people feel bad if they don't join in, and they're like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, I've got to do this
Yeah.
too.
Background musicians that somebody's clapping. Oh, there is somebody performing. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Thank you.
Yep. Have you seen those challenges like go across social medias? Musicians would be playing songs, and it's like, okay, can you not react to this song? Like somebody will play a song.
No,
I
but I'm
saw
about to
one of
do
the
it now.
bands do it. I saw a trio, like two sisters and a brother, and they do these little challenges all the time. I think it's the McMillan. God, forgive me if I'm not saying y'all's name right. Don't come after me. McMillan Band, I think.
Yeah.
And it's like there's no way you can't react to these songs, and they'll
Yeah.
play different songs, and so they're standing there like, and they're trying not to react, like not dance to it or not sing along with it, and it may be country or rock or whatever genre, any kind of genre of music, like your sing along set that you're talking about, and
Oh yeah.
it's usually the brother that gives in, and he's like just trying his best not to react to the song. I would not make it. There's no way. Because I'm going to react to the songs. I'm either going to sing, I'm going to dance, I'm going to clap, I'm going to do something. Because, like, music is just infectious, you know? Like, it reaches out there and grabs you and makes you want to react some way, you know?
Yeah, if you're doing that challenge, don't come to our sing along set.
Yeah.
Because some songs you wouldn't have thought wouldn't think we would perform either. We'd start off the sing along stuff with, of course, some popular songs everybody knows. Then there's some like rock tunes or so that you wouldn't think we would do that we do, and then they get like the best reactions out of everybody.
Oh, yeah.
And then really start playing. Everybody's like, "What? Yeah."
See,
Yeah,
I
of course.
started. You see, I would never make it.
Now I try to get them to do the little clap, and that's half the fun in that song right there.
Yeah.
We want them to do that little drum beat clap, but they need to clap to it. So it's almost like
Yeah.
we break down that song in the middle so they can, all right, everybody, you got to go pop out, and you should hear everybody. There's like one person ever that does it correctly, and like 30 others that don't. And that's half the fun of playing that song. When everybody else is like, oh yeah, I got it.
Well, speaking of playing songs, we should have started this like already, but let's have you play us one of your songs.
I will try my best. And
Yeah.
maybe it's one hopefully someone's heard of out there. I hope if you haven't heard of it, somebody will hear about it before too long. A song off my new little EP album called The Long Road, and this song is called She Doesn't Want You. Her boots kicked up the rector road, wildfire in a denim coat. She's a spark, a storm, a runaway train. She's got a laugh that echoes wide, a rebel's haunt, she'll never hide me. I'm feeling full left in the rain. She's everything you want, you don't know you need. She's a wildfire you can't outrun, just feed. She's the kind of dream you want to come true, but boy, she doesn't want you. How about a tease? Now you got to listen to the whole song.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now you got to download it, figure it out.
That is, and as you mentioned, off of your 8-song EP that was released in December, The Long Road. I've listened to all of them. That's my favorite one off of that album.
Yeah, it goes over very well performing it live too. It's radio friendly too. It's only like 2 minute, 30 some second song, which I've noticed that's a thing now that everybody wants you to shorten your songs down to like 2 minutes. It's funny. Yeah, it's I guess radio friendly or something like that
Yeah.
for the majority, but it's just funny how that happens. But and then I put out what's the song, You and I Could Be Us or something like that. One of these songs on my EP is like 4 minutes long. I'm like, oh crap. I'm in the studio with the guy talking to him. He's like, this song's awful long, ain't it? I'm like, yeah. But we did an edited version of it, and it was okay, but I
Radio
didn't
edit.
like it. Yeah. I said,
I
well,
think I think people just want to cram more music into like a specific time frame, like the drive to work or whatever their time frame.
it's okay if we have short attention span with squirrel, and it makes perfect sense nowadays. I mean, just my friend Brian will be in the car. He found some old songs that he used to listen to in high school or whatever. He'll go through them all, every single one, like a minute, 30 seconds of this one, 30 seconds of that one, and he's going through the whole entire list. I was like, oh, okay, I remember
Like
that
channel
one.
surfing, song surf. I do it. I'm terrible about that.
And that's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But I make sure I make it past 30 seconds.
Yeah, if you're streaming my songs, go past 30 seconds, please. That
That's
counts as
the
a
magic
stream.
number. Yeah, if you're watching my podcast, please go past 30 seconds.
30 seconds. We're going to show you something amazing at the 31-second mark, so you stay tuned. You gotta be,
Stretch it out to 33, just to be sure.
Or something.
Yeah. That's the magical Spotify number, people. 33 seconds.
Yeah. Exactly.
No, for real. I don't know what it is. I openly admit I'm bad to that too. That channel surf or
if it was just one or two people, it'd be different. But it's everybody, and it's okay.
Yeah. Well, I think Spotify did that to us with their shuffle.
Yeah.
They did it to us with their shuffle thing.
We were shuffling anybody before that. Even if you had anything, I think my older brothers and sisters with their CDs and stuff was shuffling back to do. Yeah, mix it. Good Lord.
Yeah, we were doing it back in the 80s with our mixtapes.
Well, there you go. See, now whose fault is it? Now it's okay. No worries about that at all. I like it. That means you just get to listen to more artists. And if I'm one of those 30-second clips, man, I'm a happy dude.
Yeah. Oh, wow. So funny. Well, you've got a lot of shows coming up in 2026. You're going to, like we touched on that a minute ago, but you're kind of going all over the place.
Yeah, this is actually less than last year. In 2025, did a metric ton of shows. And I was like, oh. Then I had for like a 5 or 6 month period, because some of the shows in that mix there I did a cruise, contracted cruise. I did a very short-term residency for Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, and how about that before we go to the tour? How was that?
It was awesome, man. Did some in the bar, their only barbecue bar on any of their ships. They had this a portside barbecue. Yeah, I would do shows in there, acoustic solo shows, but I also did shows in other bars, in the pub, the theater, all this pop-up shows here and there. Did an anthem for them on the cruise for one of their celebrations for the military. So it was a good thing, awesome. And it was well received. And I think every musician should try that at least once.
Yes,
it's not for everybody, believe me. I liked it because I was a solo performer. That way you get your own cabin. If you're a band, you have to share a cabin. Sometimes share a bathroom, with communal bathroom with it. But the solo thing was awesome. And like I said, they could throw a band together, and it was nice to do be in the theater. So that was the highlight of the thing, because most artists I understand don't get that opportunity. But I was luckily enough to. Everything worked out timing wise and situation wise where that was able to happen. I was like, I was giddy. Awesome. I was giddy, man. It was awesome.
Yeah. Would you do that again?
I would do that again for a themed cruise. I did 2, I think 3. I think 2 or 3. I don't. This is sad. I should know this. Worked with a fantastic group that does themed cruises, and we did a few of those band wise. Last one I did was acoustic solo, and there's a whole separate story that goes on with that, because I brought a friend of mine he was started out as a fan, became a super fan, and then got to know him. He was a real good friend, Matthew, and he helped me write a song inadvertently, because he would post a bunch of poetry on his thing, and I said, hey, can I borrow this line for a song? So we got to write a song. It's part of a song called So Fine. It's another one of my songs that's online. And he passed away at, I think, just over 30, 31, 32. Guy that just loved music in general, loved every band, promoted every band, went to live shows all the time. Of course, went to a ton of mine. And just a good guy that lived life, loved it. And I brought him on that cruise as my performer. So, yeah.
I love
And
that.
he was my beats guy. I would use some tracks in some songs, and all he had to do is hit a button. Hit my sampler pad with the drumstick, and it started the song off. So he was my beats guy. So he got to be on stage, and he was and that was like months, if not a year at the most, before he passed. Having that happen in his lifetime was, to me, amazing that he could have that. It gave him a chance to be a part of what he loves so much, and that's music. So great guy there, Matthew Wright. Awesome dude. Very, very missed by a lot of people.
Matthew Wright. Oh, well, you gave him such a gift. I mean, that was and obviously I don't mean monetarily. You gave him such a gift, not only writing the song with him, but to take him on such a memorable trip like that. I don't know if he ever conveyed to you what that meant to him. He probably wasn't able to convey to you what that meant to him. Wow, that's really special, Wesley. That
the cruise was the awesome thing about it. He liked new music, of course. He loved, God, I can't remember this guy from Canada. He's a country artist that has a lot of hits out there right now. But he loved this guy. I'll look him up and tell you who it is later, and you can edit that part in. It's this guy, but you want to add it up. But that guy was on the cruise, so he got to see one of his favorite country artists, other than, of course.
other than yours.
But it had a bunch of like 90s people on there, like 90s and early 2000s people.
Yeah.
Like, Neil McCoy was on there. Trace Ackman was on there. A bunch of Diamond Rio was on, which I loved. I finally got to see them. I never seen them perform live, and I finally got to see them. So that was awesome. But okay, moving on from the cruise, that was awesome, and I'm going to take up all your time talking about that.
Fabulous. Well, I love that you shared that with us. Thank you.
Yeah, and may have a chance to do that again in 2027, maybe in April. So we'll see. We're finalizing some stuff, so cross your fingers. There's so many of them out there. I think it's amazing. I love it. I mean, country music and traveling, period, just goes together because y'all do so much of it. 90% of your job is traveling around, and that's where we were headed, talking about your tour. Everywhere that you're going in 2026, you've got, I think you told me, 4 different states at least that you're going to. I think it's probably 5 or 6, but yeah. I mean, in 2025, I did the math just because I had to, because tax reasons. 86,000 miles I put on my vehicle.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot of miles. But yeah, it's about 100. It'll end up being about 180 or so shows this year. A bunch of places all over the place, from Pennsylvania down to Alabama, and I think Florida's in the mix somewhere, and North Carolina finally.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, I'll have to look at the tour map and see if it's close to me.
Yeah, I got a bunch of emails. I mean, for me, just like a lot of working musicians that do it for a living, that's all we do half the time when we're not performing, is send out emails or send out messages or send out blah, blah, blahs or texts or calls. Oh my God, I even stopped by. If I found myself getting to that point, I actually went to a store that a bar I just saw on the road. I'm like, it says live music out there. I better check it out. So I walked in. It's rare anymore that I'm actually talking face to face with anybody about performing. And I did it twice in 1 week. I'm like, I don't like reality. I like sitting behind my computer and talking to people.
Well, I'm going to have to look, see if you're Western North Carolina, if you're any.
Send me a bunch of bars that have country music, and I'll end up in one of them. I know it. I know it. Just what we do.
Is there any on your tour schedule that kind of stand out to you, like, oh, I'm really looking forward to going to this venue or this this location as one that you haven't been to yet that you're glad you're getting to go to?
We're working on, well, we have scheduled a few festivals that are coming up, Heritage Festival and a bunch of other ones that we're anxious to get to and perform at. Of course, going back to Dothan, Alabama for Cowboys, which we didn't do last year because of scheduling. The guy, they wait a certain time to ask us to book, and we start booking for the next year in September. So by September, October, November, December, we got a lot of shows already lined up. And when people give us dates in January, February, then we're like, man, we're booked up. I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
and we do have like 10 or so dates open this year. So hopefully we'll fill them with that. And we're looking for as always, private parties. Family guy. I did 2 weddings last year. We got a wedding lined up for this year. So any wedding ceremonies and stuff like that, where it's always fun, unique all the time, and just a blast. I've never had a bad time at a wedding. I don't care whose wedding it was. It was awesome. They're never bad. And I don't care if people think this wasn't the perfect wedding. Nobody has a perfect wedding, so just enjoy it.
Oh no.
And make some memories.
Yeah, there's always something interesting. 9 times out of 10, something interesting that goes on at a wedding to make it fun.
Yeah,
But they're definitely always fun.
there's stories to be told.
Yeah, I was about to ask you if you had a fun wedding story.
I don't know, other than just the typical drunk escapades of some guests at weddings. I got a woman that literally dancing with her drink too while I was singing a song, and just dancing backward. Of course, it's coming.
Oh yeah.
Right in the pool, feet up in there, and dumped her drink.
Oh, in the pool. Oh Lord.
Yeah, she was just not paying attention, but having a ball. And then they got her out. Of course, she was fine. And she just kept dancing, wet and all. It's like, okay, we're doing this.
Yep. Oh mercy. In the pool or something. Yeah, inevitably someone goes in the pool or something happens to the cake.
Yeah, and all the kids doing their thing, man. It's always interesting to see. However, if there's kids at the wedding in the first place, some of them they don't, but every time there's children there, they're always doing their unique little thing that just stands out, and you remember it no matter what it is. It's like the other ones were running around with balloons, and the one little girl just kept losing her balloon. They gave her like 4 balloons. She kept like losing. A little girl, probably 2 or 3 years old. She's running. Look at mommy. It's every time she goes to her mom, she accidentally left a balloon left. And it's, get her another one. So they kept filling her up with balloons. She finally got to give it to her mom. So that's what she wanted, to give her mom a balloon, and she was successful.
Oh. A lot of people have gotten to where now that they are explicitly excluding children from invites.
Oh, yeah. Well, for some of these people I've seen come to weddings, they're probably better off not having the kids there, the way they're acting.
Well, the cost. I mean, the cost involved.
Oh, yeah,
not only what you've got to pay, performers to come, but photographers and just the overall cost involved. I think I'd exclude the children too.
Yeah, but not all weddings are expensive. Brian, that's going to have a wedding soon, I'm sure. He just got engaged. I said, I will host your wedding for you. I'll put it on. My wife and I's wedding we had in Southern Maryland. We did at a friend's farm. We paid this guy, but it wasn't a lot. Catering for our food. I handled the catering.
Mm-hmm.
KFC.
Yeah, you can do it on a budget. I know. We did.
They loved it. It was like the hit. Because they knew what it was. They didn't have to, I don't know if I like this. Or, you get some wedding foods. It's like, somebody picked it out that just was trying to impress somebody, but it wasn't. Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But KFC, that was a hit. It was a blast.
Yeah.
Wife came out on a horse because it was a horse farm. So it was very unique. Yep.
Yeah.
And we've survived almost 10 years now. So,
Woohoo.
Yeah, there you go. Nothing wrong with that. I joke about, people can get married wherever they want, however they want. I'm never going to be, mad about anything, how they get married. But I joke about to my friend Brian. I say, courthouses are for speeding tickets and criminal. But, hey, there's been some people, plenty of people get married in courthouses. It's okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they spend that money on other things like they probably should. Yeah. At least if you're not, you know, have an extravagant wedding, at least have a house get together. House party would be nice. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Little reception. Get your
Yeah.
friends over, get them all in the pool somehow. Even if you don't have a pool, backyard, flunk,
Yeah.
mud
Make it
puddle.
fun. It's
Yeah.
all about the memories. It's not about the money spent or who can, have the most extravagant. And that goes with anything, it's just all about the memories.
Yes.
I want to ask you about the next song. What do you want to close us out with?
I'll do a piece of one of, I think, the more popular songs. Matthew loved this song, and there must be a reason why. But this song, we usually do it towards the end of the night, especially at acoustic shows. But it's a song I use as my thank you song to everybody that comes out. When we think about it, I'll do the whole spiel so you'll understand. So
Go
when we
right.
think about the good old days, we think about years and years ago. But I think the good old days can be right here, right now, with all our family and friends, even if they're not blood family, and even if they're newly found friends. This song is called The Brand New Good Old Days. Me and my buddy sitting at the bar, talking about the good times in life so far. Somebody said that was the best that we're gonna get. I said, now wait, we ain't done yet. There's still some memories waiting up ahead. So let's raise our glasses high, toast the good times that went by, that helped to make us who we are today. Don't let the stories end, 'cause we ain't dead just yet, my friend. 'Cause who we are is where we're at today. In times like these, on a brand new good old day. All right, little snippet. The
Yeah.
brand new good old days. Old song, but it still goes over very well. People love it. And they always give a
Yes.
little toast, whether I ask them to or not. I always see glasses going up towards the chorus. I'm like, okay, y'all know what's going on. Even if I don't act it, which I normally do during the last chorus. So,
If they did that, they paid attention.
yeah, exactly. And if
And
they
that's
didn't
what,
get drunk during the pool.
well, it is the end of the night.
Oh,
Uh, well, tell everybody where they can find your music, what your website name is, how they can locate you and your tour dates.
all right. So music is on primarily Spotify and Apple Music. You can find me in 30 different other sites that either stream or download music. Website, of course, is wesleyspanglerlive.com. Go to there. All the tour dates getting loaded up as we speak, I'm sure. We're always adding something, modifying other things when, venues come and go or things get switched up for times wise or dates wise. We'll update them as soon as we can. And we're on everything social media you can think of, Facebook, Twitter, X, if you want to call it that now, Instagram, TikTok. We got some talks going, man, and everything in between. I won't make my jokes about what we say. We're on everything else. We're
Yeah.
on farmersonly.com, Ashley Matters, Pornhub. We're on everything. we got only one fan on OnlyFans, and that's my wife. It's a kill you if you come on. But we're on everything. I mean, everything that there's a site that I can be on, we're on. Even if I don't upkeep them and upload stuff to them, we're on Threads. I don't even have that app on my phone, so I don't know what's on there. But
Yeah.
we're on everything, literally everything that can be, have our stuff on. We're on. So check it out, please.
Awesome. All right. Yeah. If y'all are not following Wesley on Spotify or the socials, be sure to go check him out. Check out this latest album that he has put out, The Long Road. The song that he played at the beginning and the one at the end. This last one is not on that album, but the one he played at the beginning of the show is. Y'all go make sure you're giving him a follow on Spotify. And if you're not already following us, Route 66 on Spotify, make sure you give us a follow so you don't miss a single episode that is coming out. I hope you enjoyed this show as well as others as much as we did. And thank you for tuning in. Wesley, thank you for joining. I sure do appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure as always.
You are so very welcome. And y'all remember, be kind to each other and keep it country. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.